In his poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree, W.B. Yeats pictures a man so consumed with longing for home that even in the middle of a busy street, all he hears is the sound of the lake, more real than the shadowy place where he's actually standing. What he longs for is the home of his imagination on the Isle of Innisfree, where he will live in simplicity and peace. The slow beat of the poem's last line lets us see the man standing stock still as the traffic flows around him, hearing the sound of the water of his dreams. Yeats did not, of course, abandon his literary life to live as a peasant by the lake at Innisfree, but the yearning that he expressed for a true home, for his deep heart's core, is the one that the readers of 1 Peter could easily understand. They too are standing in an alien land, longing for home. But if they do not yet sit beside the lake, they are at least surrounded by their new family. 1 Peter reminds them that although they are living in exile, they know whose children they are, and so they know what is required of them. They can call God Father with unimaginable intimacy, and although they come from many backgrounds and have had to be rescued from futile ways, they now know where they are going. For some unfathomable and utterly humbling reason, God's great plan for the salvation of the world waited for them, the ragbag of scraps from goodness knows how many cultures, to be ready so that they could come home. They are bound together by that disproportionate gift that has made them a family, where before they were strangers, and set them on their path together. Exactly the same thing is happening to the disciples on the road to Emmaus. They do not know that theirs is a journey home. What are they doing? Walking down that road with slow, distracted steps, talking as they go. Are they running away from the strange events in Jerusalem? If so, they're not very logical, because as soon as the stranger starts asking questions, they betray themselves as disciples of the recently crucified Jesus. If they are afraid, shouldn't they keep their mouths shut? Their most overwhelming need, greater even than their need for security or space, or whatever it is that set them off on the road to Emmaus, is the need to talk. They have to find some sense in what is going on. They have talked themselves round in circles, unable to get to any sensible conclusion, and so they turn eagerly to the stranger, and the words pour out. They are past caring about whether he is a safe confidant. At first they are angry with him. What luxury it is to be angry with a stranger. They must have been so angry with each other over the past few days since the crucifixion. The only way to bear the guilt they all feel is to make sure they know it is shared. But here is some stupid idiot who seems not to know of the cataclysmic tragedy that has overturned all their hopes. But soon their anger is forgotten as they return again to their search. What is going on? What can it mean? They've asked themselves over and over again. All their hopes of Jesus confounded, and with them all they had come to believe about God and his purposes. And then these strange rumours about the body being missing, about angels, about life. Oh, what can it mean? They turn to the stranger, too perplexed to realise how silly this ought to have been. How could he possibly answer? Into their turmoil, the stranger, who is no stranger, speaks his words of rough and humorous revelation, and suddenly the road to Emmaus is the road home after all.